Welcome to Living the Dream TV. On this channel, we feature amazing ranches and historical companies.
Make sure you subscribe and click the bell so you're notified when new episodes come out, because we have some very special ones on the way.
So Jim, today we are showcasing a company that we both work for and celebrating their 100-year in business anniversary.
And be sure to stick around to the end to preview a property we're showcasing in Texas that you could own.
I'm excited about that one. It's beautiful.
It is a good place.
They're going to love it.
How many companies in the United States make it to 100 years?
You know, and I love that question because it's really shocking. You know, when you start looking into how many companies have been around, how long do companies make it on average? Less than 1% will make it 100 years or more. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
So you look at something like a brand like United Country, who we're lucky enough to now steward. We came into this brand, I know I look like I'm 100 years old. Shawn looks like he's more than 100 years old.
That's fair.
But we weren't around, obviously, when this company started. And yet, you know, you have to start asking yourself then the question, how does a brand make it 100 years?
100, yeah.
And there is an answer to that. I think the challenge of building a brand and maintaining it through the years is you really have to stay relevant to, you know, what consumers are looking for, what consumers out there desire, and your brand has to bring that to them in a unique and motivating way. You know, if you go back to the 20s when this company was founded, back in 1925, it was founded on a really simple concept, which is right here in Kansas City, the founder, Roscoe Chamberlain, realized that a lot of his clients wanted to invest in land. Back in the 20s, that was not easy to understand what's available out there. There was no internet, there was no way to understand that. But then he said, hey, ding, light bulb goes off. The first marketing innovation of the company, hey, let's put it in a catalog. Yep. Now I can take this catalog and not only distribute that in Kansas City to clients, I can send the catalog to Chicago and to Dallas, Texas. So buyers in Illinois could understand what a ranch in Texas sells for. And who wants a ranch? Everybody. What am I excited about the next 100 years? It's the marketing. What's our job at United Country? We've got to help our agents stay out in front of the market so that we've used the cutting edge tools to expose those properties to the right buyers, as many buyers nationwide as we can. I was talking to a realtor today in United Country. She said I was selling a fishing property in Florida, in northern Florida on the Swanee River. And where'd the buyer come from? Idaho. Go figure. You can have the nicest sign in the world on that property on the Swanee River. Most people have never heard of Steinhatchee, Florida.
Yeah.
You know, let alone are the ultimate buyer going to drive by there. So you've got to expose it through more modern marketing techniques. Today, hundreds of thousands of people are watching our social media and the types of properties that we've got out there every day. I always say the thing I love about United Country is we have about 500 offices, 4,000 agents around the country, and they work in cities and towns that you've never heard of. I say our top 10 offices are in towns that you've never heard of. You know, I mean, Chama, New Mexico, Moose Lake, Minnesota, Floyd, Virginia. And guess what? If you ever go to Floyd, Virginia, you'll be really glad that you did, because you'll say, this is one of the coolest places I've ever been. Not only is the topography cool, not only can you fly fish and catch trout and mountains and gorgeous Blue Ridge mornings with mist coming over them. I mean, it's just in your dreams, right? I mean, it's crazy. And I could keep going. But that's what I love about United Country is we're all about helping people discover their dreams in areas that they are not aware of right now. And that's what we sell is a lifestyle. We sell the what, not the where. We will introduce you to Salida, Colorado. We will introduce you to Malta, Montana. I know you haven't heard of it, but wait till you see the lifestyle they live. It's amazing. So you really need that local expert. There's people in our company, all they want to sell and what they specialize in is hunting properties. They like to hunt and they live that lifestyle. And so whether it's log cabins or mountain properties or outdoor recreation, that type of stuff, or retirement properties from California to Maine, we've got a specialist locally who can show you what's out there, what it's worth, help you understand that value.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go on the two fine prints right there. Who'll start it off at 25? At 25, at a down 5, at a down 30 here, down 30, give me 35 here, down $40 bet, down 50, down 5 here, $60 here, down 65.
Well, I feel privileged to get to introduce Shawn Terrel. He is the president of auction services at United Country. Also a very special friend and mentor to me. Shawn, you helped me with my first auction.
I did help you with your first auction. You did tremendous.
I never thought I'd be in the auction business.
Well, look at you now. No, we had a great time on that event, and you were a blessing to work with. It all worked out very well for the seller, most importantly, and for us. It's auction services and the expediency, the opportunity to accelerate those sales become very attractive to a lot of sellers and to buyers. If we're going to do business, let's do business, and an auction is a great formula. It's a great recipe for that. And we're finding that a lot of traditional brokers that maybe weren't as familiar or educated about auctions, once they become educated, they said that would fold nicely into my real estate business. The online bidding platforms have really opened this marketplace up to the rest of the world, and traditional real estate brokers now may never actually cry an auction, but they can conduct hundreds of auctions annually through that platform. This is the only franchise model in America that has embraced auction services at the leadership level and built the departments and built all of the platforms and then delivered that back out to their affiliates.
Being part of the United Country family is very exciting for me. Mike was talking about how United Country supports their brokers and everything. And I was like, hey, I was one of those people, as an independent broker, and saw how the algorithms were changing, and was like, I got to take better care of my clients. And so I did a deep dive into all kinds of companies. And of course, I'm in the rural area, so I wanted something to that. And when I met you guys and came there and experienced it, it's truly like a genuine family.
I made a promise to the guys that we bought the company from in 2006 that we were going to take good care of, to use your term, their baby, their family. And we were going to become part of it. We were going to take time to become part of it. We weren't there for the I, me. We were there for the we are. And I think that culture has been preserved as we've gone from being a specialized rural real estate company, and we still are, and we're very, very good at it. And our brokers and agents and auctioneers are spectacular. And then we've taken that same culture and brought it to mainstream residential. We have and operate the largest real estate company in the city of Nashville. I think it's 1,700 agents and doing multi-billion-dollar volume in just Nashville. We're the biggest real estate company in the state of Georgia. And so it's just accelerating now that we've made 15, 17 years of investment in it.
Prior to our interview, when I was researching you, I ran across a show that you were on, Undercover Boss. It was a hilarious thing because you were Simon, which was like this surfer dude who was just like low key and,
Yep.
Can you tell us a little bit about that and that experience?
You can't ask to be on the show, and you can't pay to be on the show. And believe it or not, it's very unscripted. You don't know what you're doing from day to day, and they put you into these situations that are, you've never met the people, or maybe you have, but they're viewing you as somebody totally different. It's incredible. People that you know very well, because there's cameras behind you, they freeze, almost like a deer in headlights. And people that I had recently helped win listings look me straight in the face, and I'm like, you have got to recognize me. I mean, we were just together landing a timber track. This was one of the folks. They were landing a listing, and we were just working on that, a month and a half before. It was weird. It was very confirmatory for us and for me. It wasn't like, oh, I discovered something I didn't know. I knew we had a great organization. I knew we had great people, and I knew that we were doing a good job, holding up our end of the bargain. But the piece of it that I really found just a beautiful moment is there was a gal who was, she was diagnosed with cancer. And as a result of the show and us giving her the award at the end, which is funded by the company to the person, she was able to take the last 3 months of her life and go be with her daughter in San Diego and watch the sunset every day. And her daughter from the hospital called and said, my mom just passed, and I want to just share with you that we were able to spend the last 3 months of her life together watching the sunset, over the Pacific Ocean as a result of the show and how the show changed her life. So it was pretty special.
What can we expect out of United Country and United Real Estate for the upcoming years, and what's the outlook for the next 100 years?
The river that runs through it from 1925 to 2025, and that will continue to run through this business because we hire to it, we retain, our staff. We have 290 or so employees making the machine work and 25,000 agents, and that's really efficient. The thing that keeps the business fresh is this constant curiosity and passion for innovation. We believe we have in 2025 through probably 2030, you're going to see us get a lot better at inviting and making the group of people that fly the United Country flag larger, a lot larger. But the only reason why we can justify doing that is because we know we can efficiently deliver not just what they need today, the buyers and sellers of real estate, but what they might need 5 years from now and the agents and brokers that serve them.
I love that word curious. You've said it a ton of times. When we were talking with Shawn, he said, one of the things I learned about Dan was to be curious. And so what would your advice be as far as what is curious?
You're in a curious mindset if you find yourself asking the following question fairly frequently, even when you're driving your car and you're by yourself. I wonder what, I wonder how. Without curiosity, nothing new happens. You just accept the status quo. It doesn't mean you throw the status quo out. It means that you say, well, what is the visionary, long stretch? And then how do we take incremental steps to getting there?
Dan, thank you so much. I'm so excited to be a part of the 100-year celebration, not only as a United Country part of the family, but also with Living the Dream TV. And I really am excited for the next 100 years. And I think it's incredible what you guys are doing, and we're so excited to be a part of it.
As you can see, United Country continues to represent all kinds of properties all over the country. Here in Central Texas, Jim and I specialize in farm and ranch properties. Check out this ranch listed for sale. This is a 131-acre ranch that offers recreation, hunting, and farming opportunities. There is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home, a large fishing lake, multiple ponds, and a variety of hardwoods, creating a park-like setting. What do you think about this place? Let us know in the comments below, and if you're interested, reach out to us.
I'm Kim,
And I'm Jim.
and this is Living the Dream TV.
TV.